Let's jump through a portal to distant worlds and add a custom dimension to Minecraft. Alright, we found back into once more, and in this tutorial we'll be adding a custom dimension, including a custom portal to Minecraft over here, and it's going to be a very, very interesting thing. Now for the custom portal, we will once again need an API, and that's going to be the custom portal API over here from Cryptonaut, and this has been very useful and very easy to use. So let's just get this in there, the Maven repository over here, added to the build.gradle file, nothing that we haven't seen before, so that has to be added right here under repositories. There you go. And then when it comes to the dependency, I'm just going to copy it over from my test over here so you can see it is 0.01 beta 64 120.2 or whatever basically the Minecraft version is. And adding it like this is going to include it into your custom jar file. That means that this is not a dependency that has to be added by the user. You basically already added it with this include, which is pretty freaking cool. So we can run the Gradle changes over here. Takes anywhere from a couple of seconds to a minute or so. And once that has done, we can then proceed. And there we go. And when it comes to the dimension itself in the world package, we're going to make a new package called dimension. And then inside of there, we'll make a singular class, and that's going to be the mod dimensions class. There you go. And it's going to look kind of like the following. We're going to have 3 registry keys that I shall be copying over in this instance. As all of the code is available to you in the description below in the GitHub repository, so you can always take a look at it there. We have a dimension options over here. We have a world as well as a dimension type. And the one thing that we can auto-generate via the data gen is going to be the dimension type over here. And that's also what I will be copying over. You can see it is actually fairly straightforward. Once again, a registerable of dimension type over here, where we simply have a couple of things that we can determine, right? Has skylight, you know, does it have a ceiling? Is it natural? Does the bed work? So on and so forth. So you can basically take a look at those different things and change them as you see fit. And that one is then as easy as just adding it to the data gen right here. So we're going to do this for the dimension type. And this is, of course, then going to be the mod dimensions. And this is going to be the bootstrap type method over here. And we also want to add this in the datagen mod world generator over here. There's going to be registry key dimension type. And there you go. With those added, now the dimension type JSON file is going to generate, and the other JSON file will actually do manually-ish, let's say. So for that, in the data folder tutorial mod, we're going to be making a new folder called dimension. And inside of there, we'll make a new file called the kaupendim.json file. Please note that the name of this JSON file has to match the name of the level key right here. So this name right here, Kaupendim, has to be the same as the JSON file name. And where are we getting the JSON file contents from? Well, we're going to get this from Misode GitHub.io. So this is actually an incredibly great resource, because in this case, what I actually want to do is I want to do some crazy stuff. And that is, I want a multi-noise biome generation. And that what is going to happen here is that I basically can select certain biomes over here that are going to spawn with these parameters. So for example, let's say this one is going to be tutorial mod : test underscore biome, because that is my test biome. And you can see now the entire world is just my test biome, because that's the only biome that I'm actually spawning. If I wanted to add another one, right, I can add another one. And then let's say, for example, this is going to be plains, that's fine. And I'm going to change a couple of parameters. So for example, temperature is 0.15. And you can see all of a sudden, this is now how the world would generate. So the chunks look a little bit different, right? Let's say I would also change the humidity to 0.1. All of a sudden, you can see this changes as well. I can also do -1, and then all of a sudden it gets crazy. So the numbers here are actually very, very small that you want to put in. -0.1, you can see it also changes. Very, very interesting indeed. And the changes in the numbers are all different. So you can see that basically it's hard to really determine what happens if you change the numbers, because this is just a crazy sort of 6-dimensional function that gets like evaluated where the biomes spawn. But we can continue. So let's say instead of only the plains, we maybe also want the birch forest over here to spawn. It should change the name of it automatically. And then here, let's say this is like 0.25 or maybe like a 0.2. And then the humidity is like a 0.1. And you can see now all of a sudden it changes, and the continentalness now is like a 0.15, and you can see it changes again. It is very, very cool to play around with this, and seeing this is actually really nice. We can also add an ocean. Let's say, there you go. So it's going to be the ocean, and let's say the temperature here is a little bit higher. So you can see this changes the ocean. Maybe we want the temperature to be lower. Maybe that is a little bit better, and that actually looks a little bit better. And then maybe humidity is like a 0.2 or something like that. So you can see now it changes it like this. Continentalness is a 1. All of a sudden we have tiny oceans over here, right? And then the other ones, you can of course change those as well as you see fit. And with that, we have more or less a custom dimension created. We can now copy this, and now the entire JSON file here is copied over, added over here, and there you go. I highly recommend you play around with this a lot. Now, one thing is that you want to do is you want to change the type over here to your custom one tutorial mod : Kaupenjoe underscore type. That's going to be the type right here. This is going to be this one, which is actually going to be generated via the data gen. So do keep that in mind. In this case, we have no way of getting to our custom dimension though. So for this, what we're going to do is in the tutorial mod class over here, I'm just going to basically get the custom portal built. This is going to be the custom portal builder over here .begin portal. And we're going to start with a frame block. So this is going to be the block that we need for the frame. We're going to choose the Ruby block because why not? We then have a light with item. You can also light it with a fluid. So yes, you could do your custom ether portal if you so choose to. But in our case, I'm just going to do mod items let's say core. And why not? We have to light it with core, and this is going to be our core dimension. Then we want to add the identifier of what dimension we want to go into. This is just going to be a new identifier of tutorial mod.modID, and it's going to be the Kaupendim here in this case. Then we also have a tint color. You can choose whatever color you want. I'm just going to choose whatever I have over here. So this is C76EFA. There you go. And then lastly, we want to call the register portal over here, and there you go. You can also add a couple of other things over here. I highly recommend it to take a look at the portal builder class over here. As you can see, there's a bunch of different methods that you can call and customize your portal with. But with that done, we actually have almost everything we need. Let's run the data gen so that the dimension type over here gets generated. And once we have the dimension type and the custom dimension JSON file over here in the correct folder, then from there, we can create our custom portal and take a look at our custom dimension. All right, friends, I'm back in Minecraft, and let's build ourselves our portal over here. It doesn't matter, by the way, which size it is. You can make it whatever size you want. It's just the minimum size, basically, just like a nether portal. And if we were to right click it, you can see it. There you go. That is going to be it. And if I fly into it, you can see here we are in our custom dimension, and we can even take a look. Tutorial mode test biome, and we're in the Kaupendim. And if I were to fly around, you can see this is our test biome. Well, this is the ocean apparently, which is very interesting. So sometimes the generation here is pretty crazy in a custom biome, but that is hopefully going to be the first steps to creating your own custom biomes with, which is very cool, a custom portal as well. And as always, all of the code is available to you in the description below in the GitHub repository. But that's going to be it for this tutorial. I don't know what video this is going to be, as we're actually at the end of the series, but I hope that you found this useful and you learned something new, and I'll see you all in the next tutorial. So yeah.